Good evening, sim racing fans. We join you tonight from Singapore for Wallaby Racing League's Tier 4 lads as they contest their third last race of the season, which also happens to be 100% double points round. And I'm Carl, and you're going to have me and me only for the next 2 hours. So sit back, get comfortable, and we'll see what some of these tier 4 lads are going to serve us up tonight. But interestingly, it appears that all these drivers don't have any front nose cone. Well, some of them do, some of them don't. Hunter, Chevy don't have any. Don't know what's going on there. Must be some new glitch. Wouldn't put it past EA. It is, as I said, the third last race of the season, but it's almost like this championship's already sewn up with Donut Gorilla on 360 points ahead of Matty Skills in the Aston Martin on 250, so about 110 point deficit. It is a double points round, so if he's going to do anything, it's got to be tonight. He kind of needs to hope for some bad luck as Chevy's gone deep. We go back on board with Matty Skills. He'll be looking to get a very good qualifying position for this race, but it is a 100% race. There's plenty of time to make moves if you do not have the best qualifying session. And he's pulled out of it. He's made a mistake somewhere, so we'll try and find someone else. We've got Hunter coming down to the last few corners here. Still with no nose cone. Don't think it's affecting him at all though. He comes around to set a 29.6. I only raced here a few weeks ago in Rapid, but I can't actually remember what a good time is. So I'll have to see what some of the other boys can put in. Mick, maybe he doesn't have the nose cone because he's done a 33.7. As Chasey goes P2, almost identical time, 36.22. Let's have a look. H-Town as X-Knights. Splits the middle. Those V-cubs are actually a second apart, not almost identical time. Frizy goes P4, and then Mick is in the wall here. So, oh, he's not in the wall. He's almost in the wall. Just getting out of the way as Frosty has left the session. What is... Can I invite Frosty? This is not looking promising here with the communicating. Frosty, I don't think I have him. Frosty, if you're watching the stream, add me and I'll get you back in. But for now, we're going to go back on board with H-Down as he comes around the last corner. And he goes P3 with a 30.1. The Aston Reserve driver is showing his worth here. I don't think I ever remember seeing this guy race. Maybe he has, but 30.1, that is a good time. Glad I picked him up. As we'll pick up Piastri here. Looks like he's on a flyer. taking every last drop of track there that you can. That's why it's going to be a long race for these drivers here at Singapore. There's not much room for error. It's going to be a game of mental strength. Some of these guys, easy to get a wing broken as Piastri's invalidated or just wasn't quick enough. Likely he's invalidated. Let's go have a look. Mr. J Swole, is he on a flying lap? He's still got plenty of ARS left. I might have used a bit more by this point of the lap myself. But he's going to hammer it down the end of this straight. Ooh, almost hitting the wall there, maybe. Through to the last corner now. What time is he gonna do? 1:31.0, so mid pack for him. We're gonna go back on board with Skillsy here for take 2 of his lap. It's all looking pretty tidy so far as he goes down the long straight. That's what I want to be doing on the ARS usage, about 50% used. Not many opportunities to use it through this middle sector. Oh, and he's tapped the wall there. Has he got away with it though? I think he might have. Pushing the very limits of the car here. That's what we like to see. As what time is he going to put up in sector 2? On 5.1. Not actually sure how good that is, but we'll soon find out. As he's got a clear track ahead of him, using absolutely all the battery. That's about the right battery usage. Slams back on the power through the last turn and give me something in the low 30s, Matty. 33. That'll do as a banker. So the top 9, well, P2 to P9 within 3/10. Hunter has done a 29.6 as his banker, which has turned out to be very good. If he's got more time in the bag, I think it's going to be hard to best him for pole here. He's going to start his second run, still without the nose cone, which is not affecting his performance. And Chevy's retired. Chevy is retired. He looks like he's clipped the wall coming into the hairpin. It's very easily possible to do. But his session will end on a 30.1. As Hunter comes through the first sector and he's almost a 10th up on his own time. So he did have more time in the bag, already going clear in the first sector. He's got a decent amount of air still left as he's just hit that corner absolutely perfectly, using all of the track. Hunter on top indeed. And he's going even quicker, 2/10 up now, through sector 2. So he's gaining about a 10th a sector. And he looks to be going at least 6-7 clear of the field if he holds it together through these last few corners. 29.3, 29.287. Jeez. So that is over 7/10 clear of the field. Singapore specialist Hunter. And obviously this is big for the overall every tier, every race, absolutely critical for the Haas of Camillo and the V-Carbs of Lefty, who I think after Abu Dhabi, V-Carb were ahead, but definitely all to play for. That one's going to go down to the last round for sure. Maybe even the last race of the last round. It's Donut, championship leader. Let's go on board with him. He's going to start his second run. It's driven very well this year, Donut. 110 point lead in the championship with 3 rounds to go. I think it can be probably $0.001 for him to go up to tier 3 next year, if you wanted to open a market on that. Some say might have even should have been moved up to tier 3 this season, but I think by the time people were saying that, it was way too late to be able to move him up. So he'll stay, get his championship as he deserves it. And Moe Nabs, the new Ferrari driver, goes up into P2 with a 29.893. So only 2 guys able to get into the 29 so far. As Donut continues, I didn't catch his sector 1 time. His sector 2 time is half a second up. Okay, here we go. Donut has said, I've had enough. We're chasing down Hunter here, so he's potentially going to be 1 or 2 tenths down, depending on how his last sector goes. Probably a 29.4. And it is 29.404, so about 1/10. 1.25 tenths behind. So very respectable lap there, as we've come to expect from the championship leader. Let's have a look if we can find somebody else. X-Knights, provisional P4, starting a lap now. See what he can do. .07 first sector, decent, but he's going to need a little bit more than that if he needs to get to these top 2. Probably one of the most difficult parts of the track through here. And this V-Carb also on a lap, very close behind X-Knights. I'd say he'd be in dirty air right now. So that's going to be interesting, but didn't see. Oh, and Donut's got a 5-place penalty for a collision coming into the pits. That changes things, as X-Knights comes across the line to do a 29.6. Very good lap up into P3. And that'll be actually P2 at the moment with Donut's collision into the pits. As I believe Chasey also improved up to a 30.1. It's interesting there. Donut might have just gotten a bit too hot in the pits there. And there's a little bit of wing on the track there too. So we'll have a look, pick up OAS driver on a run, but Skillsy's also on a run. So we're going to look at Skillsy, and he's getting a nice toe. A little bit of a nice toe there from, I think, Duck. Yes, it was Duck. Duck and Maddie, the owners, unite for a toe down the back straight. Let's see if it helped him. Let's see if he can keep it together. As Evil Blade has retired. Is that in the pits? Must have been. Let's not get distracted here. Let's stay with Matty. Sector 2 time is going to be under by half a second. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it together. Keep it together, Matty. Get another toe from this V-carb. As he comes to the final corner. And it's a 29.7. What a lap. And that's put him above Donut on the grid as it stands. As we just have a look at Hunter now. Frizzy's retired as well. In the pits, I assume. Didn't see anyone crash. Holy guacamole. Hunter has gone 4/10 quicker up into sector 2. This is going to be some time. This is going to be a pole of tier 3 time that we're going to see right now. And it's a 28.9. Wow. That is insane. Half a second clear of Donut. Genuine Singapore specialist. Hunter. This will go. Look at some of the other runners up there. See what they're doing on their laps. Chasey across the line. 30.1 does not improve. X-Knights does not improve. The Aston Ring in H-Town. What can he do? And he takes it up into P3 with a 29.5. Mr. Frosty from the clouds was down at the bottom, pops up into P6. Moe Naz getting bumped down the order every car that crosses the line, but can he improve? Yes, P5, 29.7. And I believe that is your grid, except, wait, Henchman, what's he got to say about it? Didn't even see. P7. P7 for the Hench. So that is your grid, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of drama with Donut getting that 5th place. So that's going to push him down to P7. So it'll be Hunter, H-Town Realtor, X-Knights, Moe Nabs, Matt Skills, then Donut, then Hench, Frosty, D-White from Chevy, JC, and the rest. We'll find out when we get to the race. Marbio, I'm trying to eat at the same time as comms, but I'll move my mic away or just make it less sensitive. have 5 red lights, and they are away and racing. Hunter gets off the line well. H down Realtor gets off the line well as well, and he's going to make a move into T1. They touch, but he's through. Hunter is sticking it around the outside though, and it looks like he's actually going to keep the place as we get communicating with them. And they touch! They touch! And someone's lost their end plate. I think H down Realtor's lost the end plate, but meanwhile Matty Skills goes through to take P2. Come on boys, let's not fight too hard. Let's not fight too hard here, Aston. Let's not do a McLaren. And he's through. Matty Skills through into P2. H-Down unfortunately dropping down a place, but I love the aggression off the line there. X-Knights, Hench, Frosty, Chevy, D. White. And there was something happened back there while we're watching that lead battle, because we've got Frizy and J-Swole well off the pack. J-Swole also without a front wing. And Donut Gorilla as well, down into P16. How have we missed that? We were looking at the lead battle. Moe Nabs, he's also fallen down. So let's have a look at the position changes, and that confirms it. Moe Nabs and Donut Gorilla. And Donut Gorilla is pitting. And H-Down's already got a 3 second in lap 2 of 62. I think the reason for that is that he's got wing damage. He is sticking with Skillsy though. I think we just hold position for now, boys, if you can hear me. Got some more battling. As Chevy's is just, whoa, and that was Shining Swarm. Shining Swarm has hit the wall. As H-Town, I've just missed that. He's hit the wall. And he is out of this race. Damn, that was looking so promising. And I'm assuming we have a safety car. So we got safety car 1 of the night. Who is going to pit? Anyone going to pit? No one's going to pit. Shining Swarm's going to pit. Most likely to change his wing. Yes, he is. We'll just have a look at the tyres as well, actually. How do I get the tyres? There we go. Everyone on the mediums, except the guys who have stopped for their hards. Probably way too early to pit. Lap 3 of 62, don't really want to burn a set. I am biased here, but Matty Skills had the dream start that we have manifested him to get back in the championship fight tonight. by him winning and Donut not scoring any points. We will see. Long race to go. As Henchman fastest lap of the race at 1:35.3. I feel like we haven't had a full racing lap yet. As we actually weren't under safety car, we were just under VSC. So we're back under green. Always found here that the rear tyres get super hot. Mostly because of my shit driving style, but I feel like some of these drivers are going to be struggling on their tyre wear tonight at some point. Particularly the rears. As interestingly, everyone's spread out. Everyone just beyond that 1 second of DRS, but as I say that, Skillsy has closed back in. Oh, went into the wall. Oh no. He just went in a little too deep there, and I'm almost certain that's an end plate gone. Oh, Moe Nabs needs an invite. Whoops. I don't see you online. I don't see you online, brother. I do not see you online right now. Meanwhile, Skillsy, he is starting to struggle with a bit of front end plate damage. Starting to build a little bit of a train. Let's see, if it's just yellow, off it out. Get lucky with a safety car stop. Only lose a couple spots. As Heavy Wolves and D White, I think D White got through there. Ducks also had an outstanding race, as has Evil Blade. They're up 8 and 7 positions respectively. Let's have a look at the battle on track. I think Hench is just about pushing Matty Skills along here. And he's definitely going to get the move done here. Whoa. Literally pushing him along and down the outside, but goes off track. But I believe he'll still keep that position. And let's try again. Whoops. Alright, we're getting Moe back in. There he is. Wow, fucking communicating. Alright, just invited you, mate. Hopefully you can get back in. As Skillsy still continues to be under pressure here, and Frosty's lost it behind him. Frosty has done almost a full 180 here. 360 rather. And he's got wing damage too. So, interesting day. It looks like he just lost it in the dirty air under power. And he's going to get that change because that is orange, or yeah, probably orange. And that gives Duck and Evil yet another place, up 9 positions each. The Kick Saubers are cooking. Hedge needs to give that back. Yeah, I kind of agree. You can't just go completely off track. But I mean, the pass is probably going to happen sooner or later anyway with Maddie's damage, but doesn't look like he's got the pace to kick away from Maddie at the moment. So Maddie's got the pace. Just needs to get that wing changed. As Duck continues to charge. Up 9 positions. Now he's going to size up Chevy Wolves to the inside, and that was very easy. So Duck is on the move. Next car up will be D White. And sure enough, soon he'll be looking for a podium position here, the way he's going. Let's check in with Donut Gorilla. What's his progress like? 2 seconds on Mr. Frosty. And Mr. Frosty's also come out on a fresh set of hard, so it's interesting. He's seems like he's struggling a bit. Try find another battle here. Try find another battle. Chevy's coming back on Duck now. And he's going to send it back up the inside. Well done. As Duck sends it straight back through. That was a good move as well. This is a fantastic battle. Definitely wouldn't want to be battling too long. If you are Duck, it's going to start to hold his progress a bit here. +3 on D White. Hunter's also kind of cleared out. And everyone's just starting to settle into their positions. But actually, D White is very close to making a move on X-Knights. I think it's going to happen soon. As OAS driver gets a 3-sec pen. Still very early in the race, one of those, unfortunately. So I have to be on his best behaviour as D White. X-Knights now starting to close a bit on skills. He doesn't have DRS yet. Let's see what D White can do here. 33% versus 25%. X-Knights has got the fuel light on, even though he had a virtual safety car before. And D White, remove that. D White gets it done down the inside. So good move there. And Hunter has hit the wall. Hunter, something has happened. He's either spun or he's hit the wall. Let's see when we get a better view of his front wing, if anything's come off. But gee, that was a shock. He's 3 seconds clear, just managing his pace, and all of a sudden Maddie's on the back of him. Let's have a look. Looks fine. I think it was just a spin. Didn't touch anything. So Henchman goes through, and Henchman's up 7. Up 5, sorry. Henchman's up 5. Duck's up 10. My goodness. Yeah, crisis averted there for Hunter. He's still got his car in one piece, unlike Matty Skills. He's still nursing this what I assume is yellow wing. Missing end plate, which, I mean, you need every bit of downforce you can get around this track, so not ideal, but he's doing a good job so far. Duck now DRS on X-Lights. Can he win this? Am I getting a bit overexcited? I mean, I don't want to moz him, but his pace at the moment is pretty damn good. As PMR, Piastri and Frizy in a little dust up. Frizy comes through for a clean, easy move down the back straight. Let's just also look at Moe Nabs here. Obviously disconnected, dropped a whole lot of positions while his AI drove around on 75, and now he's going to come back up through the field. So first victim is going to be chasing. Oh yes, another 3 sec. So is that 6 seconds? It is. As Moe Nabs closes in, is he going to do it here? I would consider waiting until, yeah, that's the right move. You don't really want to do what Duck did and then get passed back again. But Chase, he doesn't have much pace here, but... Oh, and OAS is out. Retired in the pitch. Oh, not? No. Yes. Well, we have some kind of virtual or safety car, I assume. OAS driver is at the session. Is this a VSC? I assume it's just a VSC. Fucking Codemaster's not telling me anything. So this is the second VSC and X-Knight still has his fuel light on. How much fuel did this guy put in the car? And we're racing again. So we'll go back on board with Duck here. Up 10 positions, as you can see there on screen. And he continues his march. And he has that much more pace than X-Knights. X-Knights has got a lot more battery than him though. Maybe would have saved a bit more for the main straight if I was Duck, but I think he's just going to be too quick anyway. Let's have a look. Easy. X-Knights has given that up. Saw the owner pull up behind him and thought I won't give him too difficult of a time. Which sometimes can be the best thing for your race, right? Not losing any time, getting stuck in a battle that you don't need to be in because he's going to be coming past. Either way. As I said before, Moe Nabs making up for an earlier disconnection. Invite Donut. Donut's out of it? Out of it? Oh, he is. My bad. Coming right up. Coming right up. You should have that invite now, Donut. Go back on board with Moe Nabs. He's the closest battle on track. Chasey's pretty much out of battery. And Moe Nabs come past him here. I think he can. He's very close. And there's some spirited defensive driving there from Chasey. But I think Moe's going to come through on the inside. Maybe a little bit of contact. Ooh, and he stayed ahead. And they're side by side. And they've given me the shittest camera view. But Chasey stays ahead. Did he keep the position off track? Did he get pushed off track? If I had a better bloody view of that, I would have probably been able to give you a more accurate opinion, but I actually couldn't see it. That's why I love the onboard view. Give me the onboard view for these battles. Let's go. Let's use this. Better off saving your battery, Moe. Save it like Chasey's saving it. Save it all until you get to that main straight. Then that's when you want to use it all. It's still being done here personally. Oh, Donut needs another invite. Shit. Sorry, mate. Didn't know. Where are you? There you are. We go back on board with Moe. He's still stuck behind. Duck Puncher has found his next victim after quickly dispatching X Knights. It is now going to be D White, and he's in DRS. Seems like he's kept his tyres in good shape. Maybe some of these guys now just starting to feel the pinch on those meds, particularly the rears. And Donut's back. Alright, so we got Donut, but he is plus 10 off the back of the pack. Unfortunate for him. That is the way the news goes as Frosty and Piastri. So Frosty's gone through there on Piastri. We'll go back on board with Moe Nabs. That's the one we want. As we'll go back to broadcast. Yo, Maxi. How you doing? And this time he's got to be through. Around the outside. Whoops. And oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. As Jay swallow lap down has gone through, and I think he's going to drive through. He's going to drive through Chasey, and I think Chasey's ceded the position there, which is the right move, I would say. That's what you call being a good sport. So, all props to Chasey as he just hit the wall there too. Hopefully, didn't get any damage. Meanwhile, Henchman 1.3 clear of Hunter. We probably haven't paid enough attention to this leading pack. leading duo, because they're 4 seconds down the road from Skillsy, who, now with these tyres starting to wear, that end plate's going to be costing him a bit. But D. White and Duck have both arrived at the rear of Matty here, so that's probably helping D. White that he's got DRS on. He's got DRS on Skillsy to keep him ahead of Duck. But he almost ran into the back of him there, so he'll have to be careful of that. Oh, and he's blocked the rears there. Held it together pretty well though. Casey and Frosty going side by side, and there's been a bit of a collision there too. So, turn 5. Been the source of a few incidents tonight. SD White, I think, unfortunately for Matty, it's probably only a matter of time before he gets caught. Or overtaken, rather. But let's see. Still doing very well here in P3 without end plate damage. It's sad because I think this is race winning pace with a full wing. As they're both got about the same as Fries. He goes through on Chasey now. Let's go back on board with D. White. As Evil Blade is into the pits, presumably to put on a set of hards. We're going to check that after this braking zone. And Skillsy stays ahead. And he's changing his wing. So has he had a moment there? Did he change his wing? I'm pretty sure he did. That was a long pit stop. And he's on the hards. Just come out behind Donut. Anyway, what's going on? Hunter has closed in on Hench. D. White also still very close to the back of Matty's car. Frosty, 10-second penalty for corner cutting. This is some Lewis Hamilton type corner cutting Frosty must be doing when he lost his brakes. What's for dinner? I literally just finished it, so it's the last time you're going to have to hear it. But it was like you know what? Actually, what's really funny, what I had for dinner, I had my girlfriend bought Christian Petrarca's cooking book, and it was a meal out of his cookbook. And it was pretty good. It was like this Greek chicken bowl with like chicken, potatoes, feta, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, bit of tzatziki. That was good. Anyway, we've got 2 battles that are about to kick off. Hunter has closed on Hench, and so has D. White on Skillsy. But to be honest, I thought he would have been able to go past by now. Skillsy is putting up cold meal. It is a cold meal. Skillsy is putting on one heck of a fight here. Oh my goodness, D. White thought he was almost into the rear of him there. As another lap goes through and they're going to hold positions. I'm waiting for Duck to get in on this. This is like a Carlos Sol as he goes a bit wide wide, that leaves the door open for Duck. And Duck's going to go straight through on D White. And Duck Puncher, take a bow. You are up 12 positions. But he didn't get DRS. He did not get DRS. So this gives D White a chance to go back through, but he's not going to make it. So I don't know if you're skillsy. Are you letting fellow owner through? And just try and hang on to the back of him? Let him cart you up to the top two, perhaps? At the same time, you've also got a championship to worry about. And Donut at the moment is getting 4 points. I'm probably clutching at straws with the championship battle still being on, but every point counts. Yeah, Matt, we are always. New drivers are welcome anytime, as Left 4 Dead says. As Hunter and Henchman, are we going to see a pass for the lead soon? As Mick and Frosty in a bit of a tussle here. As Chevy gets a 3 second. And they're still side by side, but Frosty's coming through. Frosty and his 10 seconds worth of penalties. That is the penalty situation. As Chasey and Donut in a bit of a tussle. I think Chasey's got no wing end plate there as Shining Swarm hits. Which this will be his second stop of the race, I believe. Let's have a look at that. No, it's his first stop. And he's getting a wing change. But we go back on board with the leaders. Hunter, maybe he's just biding his time here. It's a long race. 42 laps still to go. A lot can happen, a lot will happen. And he's got a shitload of battery there, 90%. So do they both, actually. And they're 6 seconds clear of Matty, albeit Matty has no end plate. As Duck is now in DRS. So Duck is going to be having a look potentially in the next DRS zone after this one. I reckon you can... Matty's got a bit more battery. He's probably got a little bit more top end speed too. As we just quickly check here, is Hunter going to go for a move or is he just going to sit back? He's burning. They're both burning, but it's going to be a hold of positions. Meanwhile, Matty and Duck, but it'll be a similar story there as well. Matty has to go quite defensive, kind of compromise him a bit, but he will keep that spot. And every lap he keeps that spot. Every lap these two up front get away, and they're side by side. And Hunter he's spun. I think he's potentially. Oh, and he's broken his swing. Jeez. So I should have been watching that, but I think potentially Henchman's had a moment and he's gone for a move into that corner, which is definitely a questionable place to pass. Very high risk. You want to make a move there under any circumstances, let alone for the race lead. And that puts Matty into P2, Duck into P3. That must be up 15 or 13 positions up. Soon to be 12, you'd think. But Matty keeps holding these guys behind him quite well. But he is very close now, Duck. Chevy has also been quietly making up positions. He's about to size up X-Knights for P6, but we'll stay on board. That is not ideal. That is not ideal if you are trying to win the overalls. But the race isn't over. 40 laps. And he's got the pace. So we will see. Donut's also been quietly making positions up into P10. I believe Chevy has just gone through on X-Knights as well. A Shining Swarm goes fastest on a fresh set of meds with a 135.2 as Blady gets the move done on Chasey. And it's as they were up at the front. Matty Skills is doing a Fernando Alonso-esque defensive job here on the charging duck puncher with a missing end plate lap after lap. He continues to hold this second position. Do you change this wing at the pit stop, you're going to lose another, what, 5 seconds? Do you just stay out? Because clearly it's not, it's not that much slower. The top 3 is generational. Can it end like this? A staff lockout of the podium. You'd love to see it. Stop the race. We're actually, this is not 100% anymore. It's actually just 25. So 25% race, double points. Looks like Hunter's actually as well gonna tack back onto the back of this pack, which I think he's missing an end plate. He is as well. But it is as you were again. As Shining Swarm gets a 3 second. Pushing too hard, trying to get his fastest lap. And he's come unstuck. We've got these 3 drivers tucked under Matty, tucked under his wing. And Duck is completely out of battery as well. They both are. All 3 of them are. Oh, his Hange has got a 3 second. No. If the race ended now, it wouldn't matter. But you never know with safety cars. So down we go again, and Mick is out. Is this a safety car? I believe it is. It is. He has gone. He's gone straight out. And we just heard him there as well. I don't know if you guys heard that on stream. Shit. And it's a safety car. So what's going on here? Everyone's pitting. 100% everyone will pit. Who hasn't pit so far. Does Matty change to the wing? I think you do. I think you do. You probably come out, hopefully, in front of Chevy. But I don't want to influence him too much. Only he knows how it's feeling at the moment. X-Knight's finally, the fuel light is off. But as Piastri's pitting. Let's see all these guys coming in. Hench is in. And he is going to put on a set of the hard tyres. Skillsy's in. Are they readying a wing here at Aston Martin? Yes, they are. I think that is the right decision. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And he's out. And Hunter is changing his wing. I forgot about that. So, back at the front, Hench. We've got Duck coming out of the pits from D White. Skillsy will come out in 4th. X-Knight's a major beneficiary of that because he's jumped ahead of both Hunter and, or just Hunter. And we got Chevy. Nabs recovering from his earlier disconnection. And Donut as well, up into P9. Evil Blade getting a wing change. And he is going to come out in P11. P12 behind Frizy, who just pit, so he's going to stay out. And that is the state of play. 25 laps into your Tier 4 Singapore 100% race. So it's compressed the field back up. Maddie's got a new wing. Hunter's got a new wing. Everyone in the top 10's on fresh. Oh, and J-Swell is disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. Did he overtake the safety car? He did something. So that's, I'm going to say that's unlucky for him, but I'm feeling like he might have done that on purpose or just thought he could unlap himself. And that is official. Everyone gets points. Not only that, everyone gets double points. So minimum 2 points for each driver. Minimum. And the penalty situation, or positions gained situation. Duck Puncher on for driver of the day. I'd say driver of the season in Tier 4. Up 14. Hench and D White also respectable races so far. Up 6 and 5 positions. Frizy up 8. Hunter's probably not had the best race. I think he's probably had the best pace of anyone, personally. But he's just had a couple moments. But still plenty of laps to go. And if he's got the best pace, you know he's going to be up there. As Evil Blade decides to pit again and serve a penalty, I believe. So he is going to be pretty far behind the main pack. I don't think safety car will be in this lap. It might be in the next lap. Yeah, Donut he's having a really good recovery drive. He was P17 and not even in the session at the start of the race. And we're not even at half race distance yet. Let's just have a look here. Shining Swarm on the softs. I didn't think that I'd see anyone on the softs. Not at lap 26. But there you go. There you go. are back racing again. Hench off to a good start. Duck coming under a little bit of pressure from D White here. Let's have a look on this battle going into the next few turns. As PMR Piastri's just gone for a 3-second, and D White, he's got the tyres must have the tyres much warmer here than Duck, because he's gotten a great start, but I don't think he's going to be able to make use of it here, as Hedge has gone straight out of DRS. So knows he's got that 3-sec, wants to extend this lead as quickly as possible. He's doing just that now to 1.6. As Skillsy right on the back of D White. He must feel like a new man now with that end plate back on the car, and he's ready to rumble. We've got Moe Nash right up under the back wing there of Chevy. But is he going to go for a move up the inside here? Is he going to be tempted? Yes, he is. Down the inside, and oh, he got squeezed. He got squeezed. I don't think he was entitled to the corner though. So I think Chevy was within his right, and that's opened up Donut to come down the outside, but thinks better of it. He's driving like a championship contender here. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks, but then he's just gone wide there, and Pricey comes through. Pricey comes through, and is he going to look at is he going to look at Moe? No, he's not. And Donut has had something has happened here. He's lost three positions, 2 positions in the space of a couple corners here, and now he's got Chasey coming up behind him now. Chasey, who gets a bit of a rear love tap from Shining Swarm. Shining Swarm on the softs, trying to make ground up quickly here, early here, while he's still got that life in the tyres, and they've he's Chasey there. He's just kind of put Shining in the wall, and then Shining has gone right back up the rear of him. Let's stay on board with this. And he's Chasey's ghosted, and he's a little bit laggy. Oh, and he's hit the. I'm not sure about some of this driving, if I'm honest. I'm not quite sure about it. Shining is going to go back up the inside. And it's all happening here. And Donut's come back through. This is some cluster something, is what I want to say. But I'm not allowed to on stream. So it's all going on at the back of the pack, but we've forgotten about the front of the pack. They're holding position. Hench is now 3 seconds clear of Duck, and Duck is also out of DRS from D White. So Skillsy needs to get past, ASAP here. He needs to send it deluxe. Send it deluxe down the inside, and he's going to. Through the inside goes Skillsy. That was clinical. Needed to get past, and he did it without a second asking. So now let's see Skillsy v Duck Part 2 coming your way in a few laps. As Shining Swarm battling Blady. We've got this little cluster here of pretty much X-Knights down to Chasey-ish, as something's happened there with Donut. And Chasey's, he's gone the mother of all sins on Chevy, and he's hit the wall, and he's lost a significant portion of his wing. He's not going to be able to turn the car here. Surely he's straight into the pits. He's got to be into the pits with that kind of damage. He's staying out. He's staying out. Meanwhile, Donut has a look at Moe Nabs. There's action everywhere here after this restart. This restart has just woken this race up. We've got Frosty and Frizy having a battle here. Fryzy's out of battery. Frosty's got plenty. And he's going to move straight down the inside and straight into P6 as Moe and Donut gets through. Donut gets through, and he now joins the back of the battle, which is essentially for P6. So he's done well. Done well, Donut, after he had something happen off the restart, but then he's made up for it again. And he's looking like he wants to come past X-Knights as soon as humanly possible here. Much, much, much more pace. As that front battle is just eased up a bit as Moe almost goes into the wall there. This front battle is eased up a bit. 3 seconds between Duck and Hench. Skillsy 1.7 behind as Donut goes through on X-Knights without too much trouble, but he gets a 3 second in the process. He gets a 3 second in the process, so that is not ideal. But he's on the march, and I dare say he'll be probably coming past Frizy as well in another lap or two at most. DY is still on the back of Skillsy here. So Skillsy sent it up DY. I know 10 plus, but there ain't no overtaking up here. If there is, I'll go up there. Because Donut is just flying through the mid-pack. Donut is going to be on the back of this leading group soon. He just seems to have so much more pace. I mean, it's hardly unexpected from the guy who's winning the championship, but it is still nice to see someone come through the field. Lady looking to come past X-Knights too. Does X-Knights have some kind of damage? No. Ooh, his Blady's so close. Basically kissing the rear of his car. Let's have a look back up the front. Frosty, 9 tenths behind Hunter. Skillsy has closed on Duck. So will we see these top 3 come to blows as Donut puts a 34.2 in, which is the fastest lap of the race. Yeah, Donut's flying. Donut is going to be on the back of this duo soon, and Lady's got past X-Knights. Looked like a pretty easy move from what we saw at the end of it. As Chasey's pitting, new wing, new set of meds. I mean, at least that puts him out of that battle pack. Seemed to be a bit problematic at times. And Skillsy now just on the edge of DRS. Just a couple more tenths. Just a couple more. Burn like crazy to get ahead of him, to get in DRS. You got a lot more ARS than him. Get within that magic 1 second. As Frosty has gotten past Hunter. So he was closing in, and he's made the move. So now Fishy is looking at P4 and 5. It should be a really good result. If he wasn't at work, he'd be watching and he'd be ecstatic. But he is working overtime. Skillsy, he was close to getting in DRS, but then he just drifted back out. Seems like he's got a lot more straight line here. Seems like he's losing maybe a little bit of pace in the mid sector. Mid sector? Sector 2. Sector 2. But donut. We've just got to keep. We've got to have a donut cam, I think, in the bottom left corner, so we can continually see his progress here, as he's going to be lining up Hunter very shortly, and he's got a lot of ERS as well. Hunter's got a decent amount too, but he's flying through the pack on 90% here. Is he going to do it here, or is he going to wait? He's going to do it here. And easy in the end, as Hunter gets a little bit squirrely on the brakes as well for good measure. Oh, and Donut's hit the wall. He's hit the wall, but I think he's alright. As Skillsy, meanwhile, is now in DRS. Or about to be. Let's see. Can he hold it? He is. He's in DRS, so we are officially on. We are officially on for P2 battle. So I'm guessing we're going to be doing one more stop. Maybe around lap. Or are we going to the end? Maybe we're going to the end. I actually have no idea. Who's going to get past first? Donut on Frosty? Or Skillsy on Duck? No disrespect to Skillsy, but I definitely think Donut on Frosty is going to happen first. So let's have a look. About the same battery. Frosty's got more actually. Frosty, he knew he was coming, so he saved some. He put some in the bank. But now he's going to need to withdraw it. He's going to need to withdraw every last drop of it. Donut is flying. And he goes straight down the inside. Almost gets it wrong, but gets the job done. I think Frosty's probably got to think better of it and just try to stay with him, because he is a man on a mission here. Driving for his championship. He was down in P17, not in the session. And now he finds himself in P5, technically P7 or 8. But Skillsy is also close to Duck. Skillsy needs to get past Duck before Donut gets to him, because that's a not too distant reality for this race. Meanwhile, Frosty and Hunter close on track. Frosty just lost a little bit of pace, a little bit. Skillsy still about that 8/10. Change 3 seconds, that's been pretty consistent. Skillsy now just out of DRS. As we're going to have a look at X-Nights, he is going to have a look up on Chevy. Big Chevy Wolves, can he get the move done? No. Hunter. As Moe gets a pen. So let's have a look at the pen scenario. There we go. So yeah, Chasey with 9. Piastri and Moe Nabs with 6. And we got Chevy, Frosty, Donut, and Hench with 3 second penalties. So if we stop the race now, Hench would still be victorious by 4/10. And Skillsy's attack has just cooled. It's just brought it back to a light simmer. But Donut, however, is at a rolling boil. He is going to be all over the back of D White soon. Is he going to do his signature? His signature into that chicane in the last sector. I think he's gotten the last 2 guys, maybe the last 3 guys there. I do think he's too far back. Yep, he's too far back. What else is doing? Chevy on Frizy up the inside. Oh, and there's contact. And they've touched. And that is unlucky. Don't know if it was... Looked racing incident-y to me. Looked very racing incident-like. Here we go. Donut on D White. D White's out of battery. Donut's coming straight through. Easy as you like. Donut up into P4. P4 on the road does have a 3-sec. So if D White is smart, he'll hang on for dear life. Question is, can anyone hang on to the back of this guy? Is it possible? As Chasey and Shining Swarm are battling, this could be juicy. These two have a history in this race. They've come to blows on a number of times. I'm waiting for a big send. I'm looking for a big send here from Shining Swarm. Burn that battery. Is he gonna do it? Down the outside. And Chasey keeps it in front. Is he gonna go back down the inside here? Thinks better of it. Thinks better of it. Because we also have Hunter in P7. Data Squires is not happy with Hunter. I don't know what Hunter's done. But I think we're going to see some fireworks here between the Williams fellas and Hunter. I think Hunter still has podium pace. The Williams have swapped. So, good teamwork there. Good teamwork. And now D White will be the rear gunner, trying to keep Hunter at bay. Ah, okay. Just a smelly guy, in your opinion. Ooh, just probably didn't get the power down the way he wanted there, you could tell. But what we've got to keep looking at, I keep reminding everyone, we need the donut cam. We've got the donut cam, and we're looking at the championship leader, championship P2, having yet another stoush. Big. Are we going to see fireworks here? Is Donut just going to breeze past? He's probably just going to breeze past. Let's see. Ooh, Maddie didn't get the best entry to that corner, but neither did Donut. He's defended beautifully there, Maddie. He just had enough pace in the car to keep him at bay. As Hench has got another 3 seconds. Hench has got 6 seconds of penalties. It's almost certainly almost positively will give Duck the win here. If he can just keep pounding out those times. Shining and Chasey at the back again. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Or we should be watching Donut. Got to keep it on Donut. Oh, is this almost into the back of Matty there? Would hate to see any kind of a collision between these two. Ooh, comes very close again, but we've also got Hunter. Hunter right on the back of D White. So D White's put a bit of a gap between him and Frosty as Hunter comes through now. So that is Hunter through. And now we're back on board with the donut can. Does he switch back to the inside? Yes, he does. And he's going to force the issue here. Matty tries to hang it down the outside, but can't quite do it. And Donut is up into P3, technically P4, but we'll see if Matty can hang on to the back of him, and we'll see what answer Matty's got to the chasing brigade of Frosty and Hunter as well. Ducks also closed the gap a bit here too, interestingly enough. And we got Evil Blade looking at a move on D White. D White's just lost a bit of pace towards the end of this stint. Happens to me too. Happens to me too. Just can't get the tires and check this game. And Blady's... Oh, and Matt Skills and Frosty are battling. Frosty is through on Skillsy. Same time, Evil Blade is through on D White up the inside. So Kick Sauber having a good race. Kick Sauber and the Williams boys having a good race. Skillsy, is he going to have a look back up the inside of Mr. Frosty here? Thought about it, thought better of it. Thought about it, but thought better of it. But he's got to remember, penalties are ahead of him. All these drivers, got to think of that. And still 20 laps to go, so all to play for. Stand well with this battle. This is for P4, 5, 6, 7. D White's just probably hurting a bit on those tyres now. I don't think, surely these guys aren't going to the end. There's got to be another pit stop, surely. See how Frosty's gotten through, but he's not been able to kick away at all. Now 4 seconds adrift to Donut, who is still flying. I think it's definitely not out of the question that he wins this race. He just has pace on everyone in this field right now at this track on this particular night, but also has for pretty much every other night of the year, given he's 110 points clear in the championship. So we're going to say bravo to Donut as a little bit of a slide coming out of that corner. But he's arrived very quickly on the back of Duck. As Hunter's had a moment. Hunter's had a moment somewhere. He has hit the wall. He's lost his end plate. So that has got to be a frustrating race for Hunter. I feel like he had so much more pace than a lot of the guys around him, and he's just had a few incidents. I feel like a few of them have probably just been on his own too, which is unfortunate, but D White goes down the inside, and it's going to be a tough rest of the race for Hunter as he can pit and get that changed. Meanwhile, Donut right on the back of Duck now. Evil Blade also flying along. I think he's coming through on many skills very shortly. Maybe a bit of a tire whisperer himself, Evil Blade as well, seeming to come alive towards the end of his stints. He's not going to have enough straight line here. Not going to have enough straight line this time. And Donut as well is just... once he's hit that dirty air, it's made it a bit more difficult than he probably thought, as Evil Blade is thought about a move of Skillsy. Skillsy must have had a moment coming out of that bend for him to be that close through there. He did give him a little love tap, Evil Blade. Fair bump play on. And oh, and he's hit him out the rear. I think he's got away with it though. I think he has got away with it. And it doesn't look like he's going to attack into this bend either. Otherwise he would have been burning. As Skillsy's coming, he's pitting. He's pitting. No, he's not pitting. Oh, and Evil Blade's hit him again and again. And Chasey's retired. That is a safety car. That is a safety car. And Skillsy managed to get into the pits. Skillsy managed to get into the pits in the nick of time. Bladey stayed out. So what does this mean for Skillsy? Is he going to be able to benefit from coming in this lap? There will be a delta. Probably not. Let's find out. So everyone is going to go meds to the end here. Every single car will be pitting for meds to the end. Maybe not Shiny Swarm or Piastri. Moe Nabs has gone the hards. So has Chevy Wolves. That must have been the only tyre they had left. A set of meds will make it, I believe, by the time the safety car, probably going to be under this safety car for probably 2 or 3 more laps. So yep, another safety car to spice things up, and what that does is hurt these penalty runners. So this is a bit of a disaster for Hench. All of a sudden, it gives people like Duck, people like Blade, people like Skills a chance at redemption. So let's have a look. Hitch comes through to box, as would Duck, Donut. And what tires do these lads have left? Are we seeing meds or halves? We got a pair softs. We got a pair of softs on edge. I hope they're fresh softs at least, I believe. Duck and Donut have gone the meds. Frost has gone the meds, but he's a 6 laps old. Evil Blade has gone the hards, but he's 8 laps old. And Skillsy's going to come out behind Frosty, so no gain, no loss. No gain, no loss. Softs is interesting. If I'm Hench, I'm telling Piastri to drive as slowly as possible. I'm telling Piastri, pit again at the end of this lap, because we need the safety car to stay out as long as possible. And you are within your right to pit if you want that safety car to stay out the full, I guess, 3 laps. 3 more laps on the safety car will be pretty good for those soft tyres. But he stays out. Moe Nab's also on the softs. So a couple drivers here taking the gamble. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I want to be betting on Duck. And I want to be having a small one on Skillsy too. Maybe a bit of bias in that. Probably a bit on Donut too, to be honest. I mean, it's probably Donut, Duck, Skillsy in that order, or Duck, Donut, Skillsy in that order. Interesting lady. He's put an 8-lap old hard set. So we start with about 10 laps on those. I think as well we're going to have a bit of a... Yeah, I think... Sorry, Joe, I just saw this. I think Donut can win. I think you're right. I think if he's got the pace, if he gets past Dark, I think he's going to be able to put 3 seconds on him pretty quick. I would probably say he has to be the favourite to win from here. And the pen situation is like this. So yeah, Hench with a 6, that's surely put him out of the top 3.